This video is provided by Carrier Enterprise, your complete HVAC distributor. Servicing on HVAC equipment should only be performed by licensed HVAC contractors. Refrigerant enters the compressor on the suction side, and it enters in as a low temperature, low pressure gas. The compressor then compresses this low temperature and low pressure gas, and out the discharge line, the refrigerant comes out after having been compressed into a high temperature, high pressure gas. So we enter in as a low temperature, low pressure gas, and we leave the discharge side of the compressor as a high temperature, high pressure gas. Now this is a high efficiency heat pump that we've torn apart today to be able to view these components. In this particular unit, the high pressure, high temperature gas leaves the compressor, goes through a discharge muffler, then is channeled into the four-way reversing valve, and during the AC mode, this refrigerant would go through the reversing valve and then be channeled through to the piping header of the condensing coil. And this AC mode will be the outdoor coil. So refrigerant enters this discharge header of our condensing coil as a high temperature, high pressure gas. As that high temperature, high pressure gas goes through the condensing coil and the air passes across the coil being drawn by the condenser fan, as that air is pulled through this coil, the refrigerant travels through the coil and starts to condense back into a liquid. In other words, the air coming across the coil cools that gas down to the point that it starts to change state back into a liquid. So as we enter the condenser coil, mainly a high temperature, high pressure gas, we exit the coil having been cooled down, and now we exit the coil as mostly high temperature, high pressure liquid. So this process of this refrigerant entering in the condensing coil as a high temperature, high pressure gas and being cooled down to the point in which it changes state back into a liquid and comes out mostly liquid, this process is called subcooling. We have subcooled the gas back down into a liquid. And the process we use to measure this is subcooling measurement. As we learn to charge our systems in the AC mode, when we're feeding a TXV inside, we will use the process of subcooling to measure the amount of refrigerant in the system. And when we measure subcooling on an AC system, we're basically just measuring this subcooling process. So our subcooling number that we have associated with it tells us how much refrigerant we were able to condense. Most units will give a rating. This video was brought to you by Carrier Enterprise, your complete HVAC distributor. We carry a full line of Carrier, Bryant, and Payne equipment. For more information or to find a location near you, please visit carrierenterprise.com.